Okay, and we are back. So we finally have our crew together. We have everybody that is supposed to be here playing. I guess I better go to the wide view here. And you still can't even see people. That's all right. Hey, you know that? Well, now you're going to be on camera.
Woo!
All right, so we've got Pinka being played by Miriam. We've got Storm Cloud, right? You totally forgot what your call sign is. I know, you did.
What is your call sign?
Connor, yeah. Storm Cloud, Stormfront,
Storm Warning.
Storm Warning.
Storm Warning.
Storm pain in my butt. Yeah.
You're welcome.
We just call him Stormy.
Weatherman.
Why are there so many turtles?
Oh, because we just...
He's Jimmy C.
It's because we don't like this guy. That's why there's so many
Nobody
turrets.
ever wants to say hi to me, but that's okay.
So, yeah, well, Mr. Mechanicum. So that's all right. Yeah. And once again, Rhonda wants to know why you don't have a chair. But, she keeps yelling at me.
He eschews the chair. He uses the chair for his pizza.
He finds the chair for lesser
The chair's
folk.
for pizza.
Yeah, the chair's for the pizza. That's actually what's sitting over there. So
I also sit for a living.
So you're happy
Valid.
to stand. That's true. Okay. So, hey, we got a new setup. We've got some new tech running as well, so hopefully the audio will be better, and hopefully I'm not blowing everyone's ears out on my end. Also got some more cameras running and got things troubleshot, and hopefully the stream holds up for us. All right, let's recap a little for everybody who wasn't necessarily in all of the streams that we ran. First stream, so the group of aviators fought a giant megafauna while trying to rescue all the people off of the platform and managed to get everybody off before the platform collapsed. And of course, thankfully we had Pinka out there shooting, killing the megafauna along with the Thunderbolts. And our Thunderbolt player isn't here tonight. He's playing Old World in the other room.
He doesn't love us anymore.
Shades.
He abandoned us. Yeah, Shades, you abandoned us. We don't love you anymore.
No, we love him. He just doesn't love us.
He doesn't love us. Yeah.
It's unrequited.
No, I'm Katie, and I've forgotten you.
Yeah, exactly. Already forgotten who you are. So they all came back. They had their party in the bar in the officers' club, and then the next day got launched out on an alert to go up to the north, up to the mountains because some Tau had landed, caused some infiltrations. Well, as part of that, they managed to shoot down the Tau seekers that were initially out there.
They?
Yeah, they.
They?
Oh, you want to...
They?
Apparently some people want to take credit here, so why don't you just tell us who won? Why don't you just tell us what you did, young lady?
They, me shot down.
These two.
I killed one.
Yeah, he's like, I killed
Me
one.
shot down the Tau.
I killed one.
So yeah, see what I'm dealing with.
I managed to hit the broadside of a barn.
Yeah, exactly. Literally,
Yeah.
you actually did back into the broadside of a barn at
True
one point.
Katie and hero here.
Oh, God, we've got to listen to her about this now. No.
I mean, I could just let her die.
Yeah, we could have. So Pinka managed to shoot people down and get shot down. The back end of her Vulture getting just thoroughly sheared off and crashed. Now, I noticed that as we went through the last part of that scenario, y'all only cared about Pinka. You know she has a gunner, right? Did anyone
she
bother
left.
to ask?
She was still flying.
No, the gunner in her airplane. Did any of you bother to ask
Wait,
about the
I didn't
condition
know
of the
she
gunner?
had a gunner.
The Vulture is a two-person airplane.
We brought back the entire pod.
I know, but no one bothered to ask about how is the gunner doing.
Well, someone just didn't realize there was a gunner.
I'm the hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Gunner is
Hero
unnamed character, no plot armor.
Hero has plot armor. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you heard it here first.
Red shirt.
Yeah, exactly. So apparently,
If the captain doesn't care, then
So how is Linka doing?
I don't know. We'll find out when we start the adventure here. But anyway,
Red shirt.
so you guys picked up the entire canopy. Pinka and her gunner were unconscious, and you started flying out, headed back towards base, which unfortunately is several hours away.
I need some parachutes so I can shove the Kasrkins out the back if I need to.
Well, you need to figure that out later. All right, so we're going to go and start the story basically on the world of Scythiana. You guys are flying back as your one Vendetta, and your lone remaining Vulture that is flying escort. You, as the AWACS, are up high, also headed back, and we've sent the Thunderbolts back along with the same message you relayed for more aircraft to go fight the town. All right, so as we are involved in that entire situation, the intercom kind of crackles from the back of the aircraft, and one of the Kasrkins comes up on the intercom talking to you.
Okay.
And he identifies himself as a field chirurgeon, basically they're field medics. He wants to patch into your aircraft. He says, I need to patch your aircraft into her aircraft's cockpit so that we can go ahead and monitor the systems there so it'll charge up all the life support systems on that cockpit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad
Unless
to
he wants
see
me
this.
to come do it.
No, he'd like you to keep flying right now.
Do any of them know how to fly?
No, those people in the back have no
And
idea.
Marty's
how to
not
fly.
here.
Yeah,
Where's Marty when I need
yeah,
him?
and your
Your
dude
tacos
is not
tonight
there.
depend on
Okay.
your role.
So he proceeds to go ahead and start working with the aircraft systems. And being a Kasrkin, he special operations guy. They know how to work the Vultures.
Yeah, okay.
Starts plugging the Valkyrie into the Vulture cockpit and bringing those systems online. What it allows you to also now do is you can see Pinka and her gunner's life signs on your
Awesome.
displays.
Because I'm plugged into the plane, and the plane is
Exactly,
plugged
you're
into
jacked.
her.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now you basically are also directly jacked into the Vulture back there.
Nice.
Now,
Do I just have monitoring, or do I have controls?
no, you just have monitoring.
Okay.
So that's all you can do. That the Chirurgeon back there is actually at the controls doing
Got
the
it.
work.
Got it.
Okay. So what he starts talking to you all about, he says, "Hey, I think I've got the gunner stabilized. The gunner is just unconscious. The systems on the aircraft took care of them. Has got the gunner sedated. The problem is Pinka. She is literally about to die at this point. So he says, I don't have any of her medical data. That part of the computer, and once again, her medical tag is in the cockpit on her. I can't open the cockpit without risking killing her. So I need to come up with a way to get her medical data from the base into this airplane. And we still have several hours to go.
So Murdoch will try to patch into our eye in the sky over there. Colin, this is Murdoch. Colin Stormy. Colin Stormy. Come in, Stormy.
Really, see, this is what I have to put up with.
We need Pinka's med data. Stat. Call base.
So what are you guys going to do?
I go for, yeah, it's like, Stormy, come in. Oh, good.
The lasagna's still in the freezer.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you might not be
Why
getting
are
dinner
you-
if you let her die.
Why are you threatening me?
He's about to help you.
Yeah, I'm about to help you. Yeah.
Making
It's like-
choices.
It's like, copy that. And then I call out to base for medical data concerning our Pinkalesque.
Okay. So go ahead and roll, first of all, a talent check. See if you can even get in touch at this long range.
Yes, yes, you can.
Yes.
Okay. So you do manage to reach the base, and you ask for their Chirurgeon back there on base to come talk to you on the radio. Well, unfortunately, he's a standard Imperial Chirurgeon, and he's like, no, you got to get her back here. We need to get her back here, and we can give her a lot of medical assistance. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep flying, son. Everything will be all right. Emperor protects. Sorry.
I'd like to, I don't know, possibly more persuasively say, yeah, so would you rather the Emperor be able to give us his guiding wisdom in this exact moment, or would you like the Mechanicus to possibly have a crack at technology that's made out of flesh and not steel?
Son, do you want me to read you her medical scroll? I mean, I can pull her medical scroll
Yes, please.
out of the rack. I can.
Yes, please.
It's a really long scroll. And you want me to read it to you? Are you going to read it to him?
Yeah,
You're going to write it all down. Okay.
I just let.
I don't think this plan is going to work, son.
I just take a servo skull. I just plug it in the computer.
All right.
And I'm going to use it as a label printer.
I was about to say, someone here is going to realize there's got to be a way to transcribe. Okay, so
Yes.
after you and the Chirurgeon go back and forth for a little while about how you're going to transfer this data, he finally figures that they can use the servo skull to run data over the airwaves in this magical, mystical way that the Emperor will allow, if some techno guy from the Mechanicum blesses it. And it'll then print out in your system. So now what are you going to do when it prints out? Are you going to read it to him?
I'm going to pass it over to the tech adept in my plane.
He's going to retype it all.
who then I'm going to be like, all right, I just need you to speak it to him. I need you to speak it to him in mechanic binary, please. I know that's a lot faster.
There we go. There's a good idea. Okay, so I'm going to roll for your tech adept. We're actually going to take a competitive roll here, and we'll see if you understand the data being passed to you. No, you have no clue. Sorry.
I patch it into. Oh, okay, can I translate it back to low Gothic or high Gothic?
Okay, so what the problem is right now is that everything's passing through too many hands. And so they're basically taking a servo skull that's got raw text. The guy's trying to read it and translate it into binaric over a radio with you, and you're trying to hear it in binaric and then do something with it. So it's getting rather confused at this point.
Can you just patch me straight into the chirurgeon, and I can patch him into my chirurgeon, and they can just talk?
I'm going to do that thing that all teleoperators do and pull a cord and put a cord.
There's the right answer.
Pull a cord,
Okay,
put a
because he's
cord.
jacked into his airplane,
Yeah.
obviously. So all you now need to do is take wherever the jack that goes into the servo skull and jack that into your transmitter that goes to him.
Yep.
Take all the
Done.
human meat puppets out of the...
Yep.
And then I'll route that back through a speaker in the.
Well, it will actually show up on the display right
Okay.
there because you're jacked in.
But I'm going to
You
patch
know,
that.
because like,
I do.
all right, take another opposed roll against technology here.
Oh, and to answer Blazing Lark, yes, we got the cockpit loaded.
Oh, yes, that
Obviously.
did happen. That did happen.
He is going to patch the chirurgeon in the back, though. Pop that up on their
Yes,
display.
exactly. It's going to show up on his display. So let's take another roll here. What is your talent?
Bless
6?
the Omnisire. Praise the Omnisire.
Okay, you did get lower than me, and it was still within a
Okay.
couple of your talents. So, all right. So it starts patching all the information through, and the chirurgeon in the back goes, "All right, this is exactly what we needed." Yeah, now's the time for HIPAA laws. Now's when the Imperial adepts show up and tell you can't do this. Okay, so it patches in back there, and the chirurgeon says, "All right, I can start stabilizing her. I can start working on her." And so basically has her sedated, is trying to stabilize her life signs. Go ahead.
Meanwhile, Murdoch is going to call her wingmate
Okay, yes.
and ask if there's anything that might not be in her medical records that we need to know about.
Nope.
Okay.
Dude's just an average human. He's like, I don't know, man. I just joined the 94th Canadian like 3 weeks ago, and I got my flight ticket, and I don't know what's
He's
going
a whole
on.
white shield.
Yeah, exactly.
Does
He's
he
a
know
white
her
shirt
at all?
airplane. Yes, I mean they've trained together, but
Okay.
has no detailed, useful knowledge of any kind. So,
Oh, Emperor be praised.
so the chirurgeon is going to go ahead and make a quick roll here on his talent. Okay.
Did you save me?
Oh, it's not that easy.
You're not dead yet.
He's got a notebook, y'all. Mm-hmm. It's a notebook.
It's a notebook.
Yeah.
That's where it starts.
I've done my part too.
Not yet.
No, I'm not bringing cookies to the 30K event now.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
well, that's a completely different event with completely different people.
All right, so you continue to
Yeah,
fly
well,
back.
They're going to be punished because of y'all.
Oh, okay.
You're listening to the radio traffic, and there's multiple flights of Thunderbolts and everything headed north, continuing to go up, chasing down some of the Tau that are out there. What are you doing to protect the flight with your sensors?
Well,
Since there at least was 3 Tau back there,
yeah.
minus 3 now.
Once I've done the pull
Yeah.
plug, I go back to looking at my radar.
Okay. So what you can see is there's a pretty big fight developing. Oh, it's
no.
my alarm.
Why is
Hi,
that
Pinka.
timer?
That's the Pinka alarm.
Am I dead?
No, you're not dead.
Yeah.
Not dead
You're
yet.
gonna start with let's start with a faith check.
Well, my
Roll less than your faith on a
my
D10.
faith is a 6.
That's fine.
so-
Roll less than a faith on your D10.
Hopefully less than or equal
Which
to.
D10? We'll go with this
The one you feel lucky on.
Have
4!
All right.
Have
there
we
you
come
go.
down the mountain at all?
So you guys are now out over the over the plateau and the Great Plains that go all the way to the coast.
He's timing
So
my
we're
life.
low enough that
Yes.
my Thopter could fly here.
It could
children.
launch and start coming this way.
How long would it take Marty to get it here?
Half as long as it'll take you to get there. It's about the same amount.
Because I'm overloaded right now.
Right, but the thing is, you're at least now up to speed. So
Okay.
even though you're overloaded, you're up to speed. You're up at altitude. You're making it in that direction. So
What are-
he could meet you halfway, and you could land, transload people, do whatever.
I mean, what are the odds of getting, whether it's Marty and my Thopter, or whether maybe there's another cargo ship closer?
There's plenty. Okay, so
Because I'd like to get a couple of these Kasrkins off.
Okay, so you notice that Joustin's flight didn't go all the way back to the main air base. Joustin's flight, last you saw, got vectored off to go somewhere else and land somewhere off kind of to the coastal areas out to your west. East, as you're going south.
Do I know if they got vectored off forward?
No, you have no idea why they got vectored off. You basically know that he was low on gas, they were going back, and then they get vectored off somewhere else. So you surmise that there's either a base or refueling or something that direction that he's having to land short, that they can get back.
All right, I'm gonna do a call to that flight.
Okay.
And just be like, asking for nearest fuel.
Okay. Basically,
nearest fuel station.
You reach over there, you link up with them. They are diverting, and they're diverting to a forward base that none of you knew had been established out along the coast. And there's not really a whole lot there, except there is fuel there. So
Is there medical services there?
No, there are not medical services there. It's basically just a flat spot that they've opened up for.
Is there an Arvis lighter there?
There are Arvis lighters there. There's also more Vendettas and Valkyries there, but it's pretty much a clearing along the coast with gas. And no medical facilities, no nothing.
I just need whoever can meet us en route fastest to offload
They would be
some of
coming
these.
90 degrees out, where Marty would be coming.
Yeah, whoever we can meet fastest to offload some
Marty
of these
would be the
Kasrkins.
fastest one.
Okay, then I'm going to get Marty heading our way.
How do you get Marty headed your way?
I don't know how far our communications reach.
You can't. You yourself cannot talk back to base. It's over the horizon.
But I'm still connected to him.
Yeah. Yes.
Can you call Marty? Hey, Stormy, get Marty on the phone.
How do I call Marty?
All right.
I'm gonna die.
You make a talent check, and you make a talent check. You didn't pass, did you?
I'm good.
This is like, I need to save this die for D&D.
Okay. So he does manage to link up to Marty, who is not understanding the message at all. But he is in communications with Marty. So we can try again in a couple minutes here to launch Marty. Okay.
I even tell him what I need Marty to do, because we can do this in plain text.
Yes.
Is this your servitor?
Yeah, servitor.
I asked that. You say yes. I'm like, all right.
Roll again if you want to. Just tell the servitor in plain English.
I'm just going to tell the servitor.
Low Gothlet.
Exactly.
It could be High Gothic.
Nope.
What? What?
I'm a 5.
Right now you're losing your mind, so make a fury check. You're a little angry at this point.
He's angry.
That's also a 5, but say, make a fury
I
check.
mean, push comes shove, I can just leave some Kasrkins behind.
Oh,
Okay.
God!
Why am I angry?
Because you're talking to a servitor who's not answering
I'm gonna
very much.
die!
I do this thing where I'm like, I take off my headset for a second. I have that moment. I look longingly at my side firearm and realize the Emperor has not yet willed it for me.
Exactly.
And then I put my headset back
It's not
on.
time to leave yet. Oh. All right. So as you guys are continuing south, now enough time has elapsed in 39 seconds. Enough time will have elapsed that you can make another roll while we're waiting on this clock to count down. Roll for you to see if you can get the word to him. Do you roll a 10?
Maybe
Do
we
you
just need
even
to
love
get the
me?
Arvis from the side to come. At least they freaking speak
All right.
English.
We took vows.
So as you guys are continuing south, you can see two really high contrails coming up over the top towards you. And looking behind you, there's also really high contrails coming up from back where the Tau fight was.
Oh, great.
No radar tracks behind you, and you do have two friendly IFF tracks out in front of you that are coming your way. Oh, hey, you know what time it is again? It's time for Pinka to roll.
God.
Please roll a faith check.
Faith check. Under 6. Come on.
You failed. That's fine. All right. Chirurgeon buzzes you and goes, hey,
We'll use
dude.
the other one next time.
Says, all right, she's starting to crash. I'm going to go ahead and use the ship's systems to see if I can get her stabilized. And he does not.
Murdoch's going to try to start. It's probably going to take some time, but reconfiguring his nanotech repair matrix to work on people.
Okay. You can work on. You can choose to do that, or the computer comes up and tells you that it's got an automatic resuscitation mode.
Oh, we definitely want to do that
Okay,
too.
then roll yourself a talent check there.
So, but once that's done, because I'm assuming flying in a straight line at a given altitude.
It's weird you could actually put on an autopilot. It's,
right.
There's an auto cogitator that keeps it going.
Okay, I made that.
Okay, hey, you made that.
But then I want to start working on getting the extra boost from the nanotech repair matrix.
So
She might end up with mechanical parts when we're done, but that's okay.
that's fine. That's common for the Imperium.
Praise now, Messiah.
So I see contrails behind me, but no
radar tracks.
And I'm like, all right, we have. I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna call that in. And be like, we have possible Xeno traces coming up behind us.
Okay, so it turns out Pterodon 1 and 2 are the tracks coming your way, local militia at high altitude, and they switch up to your frequency. They say it once again turns out to be Gyro. Shocking. So
right.
Gyro's on the radio and she says, "Okay, what's the situation?"
Currently evacuating.
Whoever you are, he's already forgotten you.
Yeah.
Wow, you've been unconscious for like 3 weeks of real time, but 40 minutes of game time.
Yeah. Currently evacuating wounded personnel.
Evacuating Pinka and her.
Need a
Wounded hero.
Ooh, yeah. Let's not forget that.
Need a follow-up escort as possible Xenos closing in behind us.
So Gyro comes up and says, "Absolutely, stand by," and the two contrails disappear. And you don't have any visual sight of the aircraft coming down. You still have radar tracks on them, so you can tell they're in the descent. But what happens is 2 Pterodons basically split S themselves onto either side of you all. And you're down low. Hand me your aircraft just so we can fly formation over here for you all. Not for everybody on screen, sorry. Tough luck. All right, so you're down low below his AWACS. The AWACS is obviously starting to push further out ahead of you. So those 2 aircraft basically fly in formation, and she immediately comes up on the radio and says, "Hey, what's Pinka's status? What is her medical status?"
Fading and quick.
Okay.
I can still hear you.
So, actually, no, you can't. You're still unconscious for now, till 1 minute 52 seconds. So the she calls over to her wingman. Her wingman slides into a escort position below and basically tailing the Vendetta, and she pulls up right alongside the Vendetta. You're flying along, fat, dumb, and happy. This really big Pterodon fighter rolls up right next to you in really close formation. So she pulls up in close. You see how the fronts of the aircraft, that window glazing allows her G seat pivots in it, unlike the Thunderbolt.
Oh, cool.
And she's actually pivoted now all the way up, so she's not standing up, but she's now, rather than being reclined like she's flying a fighter, she's standing up so she can look. She pivots around, flips up her visor, and looks at you and says, "Where are you going? Where are you taking her?"
Back to base.
She's not going to make it if you go back to base.
Where's the nearest med facility?
Okay, stand by. Oh, good, she passed. All right, so she comes back up on the frequency a moment later and says, "All right, here's the closest facility. I'm going to link it to your aircraft." She looks over at you and says, "You need to go home, and you need to go home right now, but before the Tau that are chasing you run you down."
Understood.
We'll escort them to the nearest facility.
Copy.
Okay, so she kisses you off and...
Yeah, when AWACS gets home,
Yeah.
AWACS goes home.
Yeah, exactly. It's time for you to go home, son, because this might get a little messy. We don't want you to be a part of this. All right. So when she pulls up next to you, after you have a little quick discussion, she goes off free, comes back on. You see her flip up a couple switches. She obviously turns on her formation cogitator, and whoever's servo skull brain is stuck into that thing. Oh, wait, before I finish, it's time to roll dice again. Would you like to please roll a faith check for me, young lady?
For the Emperor. 1!
That's a good thing.
That's good.
Yes!
That means we don't need more dice.
Passed. We're good. All right. So she turns on her
Okay, this is
formation
the new one.
cogitator. Apparently, that dude's skull that is, or dudette, that person's skull that is in the cogitator was a pretty good formation flyer because that plane just locks in and does not
Nice.
even move. But it allows her to pivot her whole seat around and now be looking at you. She says, "Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to follow you down. I will then take you on an escort through to this facility. My wingman is going to follow in trace of you, and if you try anything, he will shoot you down and kill her. So no funny business.
No funny business.
Okay. So
we also have a cargo crate full of spec ops guys who will also kill him at the first sign of whatever.
Exactly.
Like, what does this matter?
Well, this is what matters. So she goes, stand by. Let me link you the coordinates. So first background.
Can he send her a message without talking out loud?
I mean,
Can I rather?
You can try. You can try because you can use hand and arm signals or other archaeo tech you've been taught, and so you could.
No, he's just going to say, "Be aware, we are overloaded. We have Kasrkin on board."
Well, you can't really pass that message. You could pass that you're overloaded, and she literally is going to go.
And
He's trying to get her to know that we have Kasrkin on board.
Flag signals.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can't pass that much information.
Can I write it on a piece of paper and stick
Yes.
it to my window? Kasrkin!
that's like the one thing that's not in 40K is paper.
But I have data slates.
There's no paper.
Pull out a servo skull.
I've got grease pencils. I can just write it on the.
Yes, you can. All right. So
I need her to know who we have on board.
yeah, doesn't care at this point. So she comes back.
That's
up.
fine. I just want her to realize that when we land, that's not my funny business.
She links you a coordinate. You bring it up. You look on the map, and there is nothing there. It is in the middle of nowhere. And she goes, "Are you ready to follow me?"
Affirmative.
Okay. So she starts off ramping down, slowing to your speed because you're a vendetta.
Doesn't wrong the plan.
So starts the
Not that much
starts,
faster.
spiraling down, getting set up, and as you get lower over the fields and over the plains out there, you can see it gets a little bit rougher in the direction she's going, and it's only about another 20, 30 miles away.
Okay. Do these guys have missiles?
The ones that are escorting you, you look under her wing. She does not have missiles. You can't see what Buddy Boy in the back has.
Do I have a camera out there?
No, but you can feel his target lock sweeping across you every like 30 seconds or so.
Okay, so I'm going to, in the meanwhile, after I finish dealing with the nanotech
Yes.
manifold.
You're a little bit busy because you're trying to descend and
At some
you'll get
point,
back to the data
if
tech
I
in a
get
second.
some time,
Yes.
I would like to see what my options are in terms of disrupting that lock if it comes to it.
Right. Okay. Very little is what. Now that your
Okay.
electronic warfare has headed home,
I got
very
nothing.
little. And you also realize he doesn't have a solid target lock on you the whole time. He is not.
Oh, no, I'm not worried about him shooting me,
Right.
but if I become worried about him shooting me, I want to know what my options are.
So he's obviously flying a position back here behind you, keeping you within weapons, but not keeping you locked up.
He's the insurance.
I need to do a crazy. I need to learn how to do a crazy Ivan.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So as you start the descent, you can see where it starts to break out. You see where a canyon kind of starts and drops down below the floor out there, and you literally see nothing beyond it. There's no sensor returns, no nothing.
I can see the canyon visually, but I
Yes.
can't with my sensors.
Well, yeah, you see that it doesn't show up as a canyon on the sensors. You don't see any.
So there is something hinky going on.
Yes, there is. So Gyro comes up, switches you guys over on a couple different radio freaks just to make sure that you're talking to all the different agencies getting out there. She comes up to the last one. And she comes up and you hear her call, Harbinger Base, Pterodon 1, emergency flight, 2 on board, condition Alpha. And this very old voice comes back, say again, who's inbound? So you can sense that Gyro's stress level comes up a little bit here, and she once again repeats, Harbinger Base, Pterodon 1, 2 on board. We're actually a flight of 3, 1 for landing, immediate medical for condition Alphas. Say authentication codes. Yeah, we're really back apparently in the 1760s, and we're going to pass manual. Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to roll again. I love stalling until it's another die roll.
Oh, I made it too.
Man, you are one tough girl.
Whew! I'm Cadian.
All right. So she and this rather elderly sounding controller argue back and forth for about another 2 minutes about whether they're authorized to be there, who they are, and what's going on. Meanwhile, you're starting to get closer and closer to the canyon. And now you can see that it literally, for your sensors, it's a blank zone. It doesn't have any signature on any of your aspects. Your cogitators act like it's not there. And you can now visually start seeing some of these gun emplacements that are down there. And those aren't showing up either. And so, yeah. All right, so here is your aircraft. The altitudes that you can fly in here are 1 and 2. If you fly to altitude 3, you're flying above the rim of the canyon, which you can do if you need to not hit a wall. So if you put down the wrong maneuver and you misjudge what you're going to do, and as you do that maneuver, you can say you're climbing, and when you climb out, guess what? You start back at the beginning.
Nice.
So the canyon is too tight to just drop down and jump down into.
We cannot give him this much time between adventures.
So
again.
he is
This
going
was
to.
all written weeks ago.
Has Gyro told me that how we're going to approach this?
Okay, so she's still flying formation on you. If you ask her that, you're going to say, okay, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. She's like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lead you through the canyon. My airplane flies faster than yours. It has other performance characteristics. Don't hit a wall.
I can hover. Can't we just go straight down over the base, please?
No, we can't, because there's outcroppings and other things. The only way to fly into the base is to make it down through the canyon. You won't fit if we try to hop down through one of the holes.
Why are there 6 turrets?
I don't know. Maybe they don't like people here. Maybe they don't want them to show up. All right. So,
I need a hero to save
what altitude
me
do you want to
now.
enter at 1 or 2?
1.
Okay. Put yourself as altitude 1. Oh,
I
did
did.
you? Okay. And what speed are you doing?
4.
Okay, she's going to do 6. So she's going to pull out in front of you for the first turn.
I would come in at 2, but what I need is the ability to use my climbing to slow me down.
Yes.
Well, you have to,
And I can't do that
put
if
a
I'm at
maneuver
2.
down.
All right. So as you're starting to ramp down, she says, "Look, I'll go through the canyon first. I'll tell you what kind of maneuvers I'm doing, and I'll try to slow down so you can maintain in some parts a sensor lock on me.
Okay.
But all bets are off. I might need to go faster, do a different maneuver that you can't do, so you don't try to follow me. In that sense.
Got it.
All right. First turn. Roll for initiative.
No. Wait, where do we
Oh,
fly?
good. It's a 6. No, roll your initiative. Sorry.
Well, I thought in this game
Well,
initiative was a D10.
Yeah, but I'm saying just roll standard initiative. Okay, good. She's going to go. She's going to go first. So she is plotted a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. I've also plotted a 1.
Of course, makes sense.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Adding talent. Then we can do D10s adding talent. All right. All right, so, yep. You see her there.
We're doing good. We're doing good. I'm not dead.
You're not dead yet?
You haven't crashed? Don't crash.
Don't crash. It's easy. So in case you haven't figured out, don't, all of the truly clear hexes you can fly into, but if it's a hex that has any part of stuff in it,
Not cool.
you're going to hit it.
Not cool.
All right.
Got it.
So let's switch to the overhead view.
We have an overhead view?
We have an
It's right
overhead.
there.
Dang, Wes.
Wes is the best.
Dang, Wes.
Let's actually switch all the way to
Technology.
leg 1.
What?
All right.
Oh, you've got it all set up.
Absolutely. All right. So
I'll be right back. I need candy while my fate's being decided. Want anything?
we're good.
Another drink, a hot drink.
Hot drink?
Oh, wait, before you go on, we've got 37 seconds. Let's roll for initiative real quick.
No.
Oh, I need to use these dice for
15.
initiative.
All right.
Where is it? There's the good dice.
9.
Come on.
I live.
You don't need to roll. What'd you roll?
6.
Ooh, hold on.
That is her faith.
What's your
So, oh, that's exactly
My
a faith?
Yeah,
Okay.
my faith is 6.
Yeah, so you're good.
I'm real Emperor loyal over here.
Now go get your candy before
Go get your
5
candy
minutes.
before, yeah, exactly. Before the next 5 minutes go up.
You want coffee?
No. Just get me. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Move your move. Just set it up. And then you can eat and no one will judge you. All right. So let's switch over to...
Actually, I'd like to accelerate to 5 for that move.
Ooh, okay. You're not going to be... no more take backs.
Okay, well, never mind. I'll leave it at 4.
Leave it at 4. Because it's going to get hairy, literally, here shortly. All right. So, let's see, next turn. what she got to do. Ooh. I guess I could just look at the screen. That would be way too easy. Steal this out of the way.
I can accelerate to 5 on the next turn instead.
Oops, I'm flying her around with speed 2 up there. She is not speed 2, she is speed 6.
Altitude 2.
Yes. Altitude 2. Oops. She was there, yeah. That's right.
I'm assuming you have already plotted all this out. And we're not in danger of her slamming it, because I will laugh my butt off if she hits the...
So I will tell you, we're not going to do insta-death if you hit it. There are rules that we are going to use if you hit
This is
the
why
side,
I have 3
but
hull
don't-
points.
Yes, but I would advise not hitting it very much.
I looked at it and I was like, oh, if I had to fly down this is exactly how it is.
Exactly.
I've already done the math.
See, he sees the Matrix. He can do that. You're not dead yet. All right, initiative.
That's also why I'm not here on this board.
All right, you now have to move first.
Okay. I will accelerate to 5.
Uh-oh.
My 1 will take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh. Don't hit nothing. Remember, your
let me
tacos
make
are
this
riding
easy
on
on you.
this.
Because, I might have planned for this.
And I don't need a 1 anymore.
Why
So
you
I'm just going to put him on top of that
Put 'em
one
on
because
top.
I don't
Okay,
need
and
it
that's-
right now.
That's the way you're facing. All right, she's going to go ahead and slow to 4.
Oh, I haven't been
going to
shot
do
at
a
yet.
2.
This is good.
So she's going to do
Wait, how's this going to fit in there? He's too big.
I went home. I'm not here. Don't worry about me. I don't exist anymore. I'm just here for moral support.
Exactly. He's just here for moral support and eating
And pizza.
Exactly.
Oh, I do need a freaking 6.
You can't do a 6. Mwah.
You hate me. Why do you hate me?
Exactly. Why do I hate you? Because, well, it's not personal.
But I feel like the
All
tower.
right, at least I'm coming in fast now so that when I slow down later, I'll be okay. Or she'll be okay.
The tower going to start chasing you any minute.
I know. There's got to be
All right,
a...
initiative.
And then Connor's going to have to come save you.
Look,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she does move before you.
look,
That's
I-
good, because I need her to get far enough ahead of me that I can't land on her space.
Exactly. So she'll still be doing speed 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Speed 4?
Yes, she's doing speed 4.
Okay, I'm okay. All right, yeah, we're okay. All right, I'm doing a 2.
Okay.
I'm going to decelerate to 4,
Okay.
which will put me right here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And then I'm going to pop up to altitude 2,
Okay.
which will decelerate me to 3.
See, aren't you just smart?
He's an engineer. Aren't all of you engineers?
No, I just fill an engineering billet. I'm not actually one. I'm an oceanographer. I fish in rocks. All right.
That's a fun job. You're a fish engineer.
Exactly. Let's see here. Yeah, 'cause that's what that
I
is.
need my 1 back.
So there's a question for the chat. Can y'all hear me eating lemon heads?
All right, initiative.
Please don't run into her.
She'll still beat you because she's got
Woo!
one
She
higher
got all the
talent.
talent.
All right, so
It can't be this simple. There's no way
she's
it's this
got a
simple.
1, and she slows to 2.
Ah!
Yes,
Why are you slowing to 2?
because she would hit the wall otherwise.
Oh.
Gyro? Gyro?
So yeah, hey,
We have a problem.
I'm slowing.
All right, my speed 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to drop to speed 2. Because otherwise I'm going to hit freaking gyro.
Did you move 3 or did you only move?
I moved 3.
You moved 3, so you're still speed 3.
No, but I decelerated
You
to
won't
2.
decelerate till next turn.
I thought you decelerated. Oh, at the beginning. Okay.
So you're good.
At the beginning of my next turn, I'm going to
Yep,
decelerate
yep,
to 2.
That's fine. Oh,
3.
You know what time it is?
3. Made it.
Ugh.
Why are you
Stupid
mad
dice.
that I lived?
Stupid dice. Apparently she's doing fine back there, Chirurgeon smoking a cigarette, occasionally looking over her life size. Ding, ding, ding. Yep,
Katie
everything's
stands.
good. Everything's good.
Katie stands.
All right. Let's determine our maneuvers.
I'm going to bring all of the Necrons to Adepticon.
So.
Every one of them.
How fast is she going now?
She's going 2.
I'm going to wipe the board.
You get to feel like 2. Have them bring them all. You only get
I'm
to
also
feel like
decelerating to 2.
Okay, good.
And I'm also doing a 2. 1, 2.
All right.
Oh, you're almost there. It can't be this easy.
It's never this easy.
What's in the book?
You don't get to read my book.
What's in the book?
All right.
We need a trash can in here.
Tell Wes that.
Wes.
Wes, if you're listening, we need a trash can. Don't hit me, please.
Yeah, maybe you might fare better than Derek did.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Did Derek ask
All
for a
right,
trash
good.
can?
He did. That was nearly an epic moment.
We're good.
Did you roll a 10?
No, I
She
rolled a
9.
2.
Okay, no, she rolled 9. So she's out of here. Okay, she's going speed 2.
We're almost there.
All right. Her 2 takes you here.
Yeah, and my 2 takes me bloop, bloop here.
Okay, you notice as you're going down there, the guns are all still trained on you.
What do you mean?
Because her wingman's not following you through this. Her wingman peeled off, went home at this point.
Wait, what?
So
What guns?
all those guns.
I thought this was our base.
Not your base.
Her base.
This
Their
is,
base.
This is not an Imperial base that you're flying at.
This is Harbinger.
Why is everything so complicated?
Why is it? Why do these crazy humans got to have all these?
He's gonna call out. Does he have a radio connection to her, to Gyro?
Yeah, I mean you're still talking to Gyro on the radio.
He's gonna tell her that I need you to pick up a little bit of speed, gal.
She comes back and goes, yeah, whatever, dude. I'm trying not to hit the rocks. So, all right. So next turn's move.
We're almost there.
I am gonna be on your butt if you don't pick up a little bit of speed.
Almost there. Almost there. And then the Tau showed up.
Exactly.
See?
Hate it when that happens. All right. Initiative. Yeah, we're actually going to re-roll then.
Y'all roll the same?
Yes. Okay. Good.
I mean that's okay. I can go first because I can go past her, and then she can go past me. We just can't end in
You're
the
rolling
same
initiatives
spot.
with D10s?
Technically, we're supposed to be adding our.
supposed to
our
be adding
talent,
talent, which is what I was doing, thankfully. But
Oh, is her talent the same as mine?
she's 5. Oh, she actually is the same as you. I thought she was
No,
one ahead.
I'm talent 6.
Ooh.
Does that mean I go first?
Well, if you want to go first, go
I don't
first.
care.
Well, are you going to not land on her? You're speed
I'm not
2.
going to land on her. With speed
Okay,
2.
good. So you're
I'm
speed
going to
2,
use
so
my
you're gonna
2 to go boop boop. I'm going to drop an altitude to altitude 1, which is in turn going to put me back up to speed 3.
Okay. As you come around the corner there.
What do you mean as? No. What do you mean as?
So, as you come around the corner there, you see in front of you 2 large hangar doors labeled 17 and 18. You're at altitude 1. Okay, you're coming right in at door number 18.
Okay.
So
wait, there's one at altitude 2 as well.
there's one at altitude 2 as well, and there's
Ah.
a door down at altitude 1. So basically, as you blast past Gyro comes up and says, "Harbinger base, open door 18 now." So she wasn't expecting you to get there ahead of her.
Well, she's about to be in front of me again.
Well,
But
she is about to be in front of you, and when she executes her 2, she speeds up back to 4 because she can't land in there.
so she can get out of the way.
It doesn't have a runway.
She can get out of the way.
She basically flies over the top of you at altitude 2, lights her burners, and then climbs to 3. So hits the rocket boosters and gets out of the
Okay.
canyon.
It can't be this easy.
It's never this easy. All right. What's your next move?
A 1.
Remember, you have to land.
I know.
Okay. So
And you can land on
So
one.
how deep does the hangar appear?
exactly what you see here. So you basically have,
Where can I land?
there's 3 hexes right here, and there's 2 more hexes back here. So you basically can land anywhere in there. But,
Okay.
Oh, you know what time it is again? Oh, we
he was about to roll.
We spent too much time talking.
You were really trying to kill me before I get there, aren't you? Well, it sucks to be you. I made it.
What'd you get?
1.
1. All right.
Ha!
All right. 6th
All right.
attempt she passes.
Decelerating to 2.
Okay.
Wait, why didn't you go all the way?
Okay, and we're going to take 30 seconds off there for that.
Because his throttle is terrible.
Yes.
I have a throttle of 1.
He'll
Okay.
overshoot.
As you get about to there, you see the doors at 1/8 start peeling back,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see a large hangar bay inside there, where there's obviously, like I said, 3 primary spots you can land, or if you kind of overshoot a little bit, you might go into the other 2 edge spots. She acts like I'm going to keep burning up time. I only took 30 seconds off. All right, so make your next move.
All right. A 1. Decelerate to 1.
Okay, so you're basically slow coming in over the threshold. All right, as you start approaching into the bay, you can see that where you're landing is not really a cargo aircraft bay. It's a bay for knights. You can see a whole series of Knights Questoris all lined up against on the ground floor bay that you're flying into, all along the sides out there.
Are they pointing their guns at me?
They are just in cradles.
Are they
backed up
dormant?
against. They
Okay.
appear dormant, but they're full
Questoris.
big Knights Questoris.
I'm trying to
suits
find
that
the
are in
spot that is furthest from all of them, because I don't want to catch any of them in my thruster blast.
there. Okay, yeah. So the center would be the spot to land.
Okay, that's
They're
where I'm headed.
basically all along the perimeters there, and you can see,
Wait, so is this the spot I
lights. Straight ahead is the
Okay,
spot. Basically,
that's where I'm headed. Okay.
Yeah. So you see, lights flashing. You can figure out there's probably klaxons going, and she's really afraid that she's going to have to roll again, so she keeps trying to hurry this whole thing up. All right. So make your next move. And people scrambling everywhere to get out of your way because they thought you were going to land in
I'm just gonna.
Bay 17.
Well, they didn't tell me where to go.
Well, maybe the boys up there really didn't believe you're going to make it. I'll take a bet. He's probably going to bounce off the wall at least twice.
No, the only thing I was in danger of bouncing off was freaking, what's her name again? Gyro.
Gyro, because she was flying too slow. The tower cheating. Okay. So, you have your one more move to do, right?
Oh, I was
Your
going to hit her
speed-
if she didn't slow. If she
your
kept slowing
speed
down,
one?
I'm going to drop to speed 0 and land.
Okay, so you're going to land basically right there at the edge, or you're going to...
Well, where do they want me to land?
One more further forward.
Then I'll go one more further
Okay.
forward.
All right. Make a faith check.
And then I'll go to speed 0 and land.
Yeah, then you go speed 0. Motherfucker. What'd you get?
It's okay, the chirurgeon's
8.
got you.
Oh, cool. She's got an 8. Awesome. So, Chirurgeon comes up right as you're concentrating on landing, because once again, Imperial aircraft aren't automated. So you're trying to jockey in there and not like throw your jet wash out and hit Knight Questoris suits and knock over a couple bazillion pound object.
That's how our cheating.
And he comes up and he says, hey, she's crashing again. So, you can't cry, you're unconscious.
We'll fix it.
We'll fix it. All right. Yeah, so, all right, so you failed your check. He's going to make his check. And he passed his check. All right.
Fix me.
Fix me. So you slow, get into the spot, and set down. As obviously the Kasrkin, who've kind of been wedged all over this cockpit, the savior pod out of a cockpit, basically, the ejection pod that has been jammed in there, they are like clamoring for you to open the doors. And
Unload her now as he opens the doors.
okay, so opens the doors, Kasrkin start piling out everywhere.
Are they taking her with them?
No, because she's plugged into the airplane, and that's what's keeping her alive. So
Okay.
the Chirurgeon told them, do not take her anywhere. I don't care what dude in the front says.
And the doctor is coming out together.
Well, I thought we had to take her to the doctor, so.
Well, so there's nobody meeting you right now at the system. So the Chirurgeon's urging you to keep the aircraft running, because that's
he will do so. He'll keep it powered up.
because that's powering her.
Wait, is there anybody here?
So there are now people starting to gather around, but once again, everyone assumed you were following Gyro, you're going to land in door 2, and you landed in door number 1. So, reshuffling everything.
Is there anybody close enough, or can I turn my plane around?
No, you landed that way. There are people that are coming towards the nose of the aircraft. If you turned around right now, that would...
Then we'll just let it be.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So the ground crew starts running up, starts plugging you into ground power, starts doing all the kind of things to get you ready to shut down an aircraft. They're all in tech robes, but they're Taxila Mechanicum, so they tend to know how to work this aircraft, even though it's an Imperial aircraft. They seem fairly savvy with it. In the process of all that, my alarm went off again.
I already
At
did
least,
my faith check.
at least the
But did
power
you
didn't
pass it?
bobble.
No, you
Yet.
didn't.
Yes, 1.
Okay, she passes. Excellent. All right.
Quit sounding so upset.
I'm not upset. All right. So basically, at this point, you now see a couple of Taxila Mechanicum who look like are probably the head Majos are starting to kind of come your way and they're kind of pointing and driving their guys around to keep everything going, but they're making a beeline for the cockpit. So
does the cockpit open on this thing, or
yes,
do I have
it
to go out
does.
through
Nope,
the back?
you can. No, it opens up.
Oh, that's going to open.
So, okay.
Wait, does that have any effect on my ability
Nope.
to keep the ship powered up?
You can keep the ship powered up.
Keep the ship powered up, and I'll pop the.
Okay. Okay.
Can I fly with it open?
Huh?
Save me.
You're not an orc, no.
Okay.
Let's
But if I'm moving at speed 0,
more surgery.
We're talking more surgery. All right.
Plug me in.
So the Majors come up to you and they start speaking in binaric, which once again I realize you're an augmented guy, but please make a talent check because they're a little spooled up that you just landed in the middle of their super secret, not going to tell anyone base.
slow down. Slow down. Speak more clearly.
Do you speak back to them in Gothic very slowly?
Do you speak Gothic?
I'm dying. Literally.
So, as they realize that none of this is making any sense, one of the guys who is less augmented than the others pulls his binaric augmenter out of the way in front of his mouth, goes, "Would it be easier if we just spoke Gothic?"
It would.
Okay. I hear you've got two medical emergencies and we need to get them out.
Yes,
for
please.
surgery.
One of them is critical, the other is stable.
Okay. They're still in the savior pod, right? It looks
Yes.
It kind of looks back behind.
Waves them past.
Okay, so here's what we need to do. We need you to keep everything running. We need you to, basically, we're going to jack into your Imperial system, and we're going to, from our end, take over driving power to her savior pod.
Done.
Are you good with that?
Yes. If they jack into my system, am I jacked into theirs?
Yes.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yes.
What shenanigans are you about to pull?
Exactly.
I'm going to learn.
Roll a talent check
It's
also.
all about knowledge. What is their little catchphrase about all the knowledge?
Exactly.
Made it by
Okay.
2.
Cool. All right. So they start transferring power from the system. Ground power starts powering your aircraft. You, as a somewhat savvy
I'm gonna die.
mechanicum, are surprised that code isn't taking over your Imperial vehicle.
just
They're
flowing through?
they're being fairly good about it. They're not
Okay.
like taking control, trying to subdue the machine spirit, whatever, and run it themselves. They're basically just liaisoning, saying, onload power, onload cooling air, all those kind of things that the system's on.
He will mention them. Do what you need.
right.
Save my wingmate.
Okay, we will. You see a field chirurgeon in battle dress finally start coming over. So she's one of the local mechanic or one of the local Taxila people. You see, there's now kind of a crowd watching what's going on. Various.
I am
night
saying jacked
pilots.
into my ship, though, in
Yes.
the hopes that there will be a glimpse of what's on the other side
Yes.
of that cable.
I'm starting to see visions of the warp.
Well, funny you should mention that.
Oh, God.
No. So the chirurgeon comes over.
You remember that webway from last game?
No, we're not bringing that
A
back.
grot!
There's a grot in the webway.
Pops through.
Hi, I got a message.
Where's the big Brian?
At least I got a box of lemon heads.
Exactly. Okay. So they start getting ready to move her and to transfer her out. The chirurgeon looks at you and says, "Okay, we're used to savior pods for aircraft and knights. We can get her and her gunner into the med bay. We're going to have to crane them in there. We're going to take the entire pod out the back of your aircraft. Are you fine with us?
Do what you
doing
need to
that?
do.
Okay. So they start basically connecting all the mechanical contraptions to drag the pod out. They start bringing over battery packs and everything to power and to get her across via chain, via archaic chain into the medical quarters. All right. Go ahead and roll one last time.
Why is it gotta be the last time?
Because I only want you to do this 9 times.
3!
All right. So they start dragging her out.
Lucky
About
die.
that point, you come to.
Whoa!
You become conscious.
It's lemon heads.
Yeah, it's the limit hits. However, you pretty much freak the F out because you're still in the airplane. So please roll a fury check.
Fail it.
I need to fail my fury check. Oh, this one failed me. I need
Because
to...
you see that you're in a savior pod that's being strapped by big chains and lots of wires and people you don't
4.
recognize. 4. You passed it. Okay,
Do
cool.
I know that she's awake?
Yeah, because
Because I'm still tapped in.
yes, and so
Can
basically,
I get back there to her?
I'm Cadians,
well,
I'm
you
cussing
would
a
have
lot.
to get out of the aircraft because you're in the front.
Can I go back through the aircraft to the back?
No.
Okay.
No, you have to. You're in the way that cockpit is. There's no sides to walk around.
If
and
she's
get out of the
awake,
cockpit.
I'm going to go get to where she can see me out of her little cockpit and wave at her and give her
Wave
the
at
double
her, give her
thumbs
the-
up.
You're doing good.
You're Mechanicum, you don't have thumbs.
I do too have thumbs. Just because I have a giant augmented eye and an extra arm on my shoulder doesn't mean I don't have thumbs. I'm not born Mechanicum. I'm a convert, or conscript.
Exactly.
More a conscript than a convert, but to save
Okay.
my life, I called it a convert.
So, you wake up and you're absolutely surprised, obviously, to still be in the airplane. And then you thankfully passed your Fury check. So you calm yourself quickly enough to not like try to, blow the canopy or any of these things that it seems like would be normal because you would want to get the heck out of this aircraft. And then you pass out again. Yes. Now, while you were awake, you realize that your gunner is fine. Your gunner is unconscious, but is not. You don't see any injury, anything. All your systems that are powered up, so that your gunner's heartbeat and everything is okay.
Fuck that guy.
You on the other hand, right about the time you pass out, this is probably why you pass out, realize that you have a catastrophic stomach injury.
She's got shot.
That is going to affect you for the rest of the game,
I
or the rest
passed
of the
out.
campaign. So
You've been
you're
gut
probably-
shot.
Yeah, while you are a
How
Canadian, you're
accurate.
probably a little squeamish about your own blood at this point, and you pass back out. All right. So they pull her out, drag her into surgery, and the chirurgeons start doing whatever they're supposed to do in there. They look at you, the Mechanicum look at you and go, you got two options. You got a bunch of Kasrkin who are kind of standing around, not really sure what they should do.
Can I just load them back up?
They're like, are you sure you want to load back up after all that you've been through today and fly back?
Oh, I didn't
on your
say
way
fly
out?"
back. I just said load them back up.
They're like, we've got spots for you. You don't have to sleep in your airplane. But, and once again, it is the...
I warned Gyro that we had the Kasrkins.
I get it. But the lead Mechanicum, the guy that took his binaric augmentation off, said, you have to understand, you're in one of the most secret bases of the Bactrian military here on Scythiana, that it doesn't exist. So I would not be surprised if at some point someone asked to mind wipe you of any of this memory or the Kasrkins.
You can mind wipe the Kasrkins all day.
All day. Yeah. Who cares?
So let me also ask this question. When you got out of your aircraft, did you leave your little noosphere connection running to your airplane?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, roll a talent check.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm here to learn. Yeah, baby. Pass
Ooh,
by
and
three.
they rolled a 1. Okay, so your system starts notifying you that while you're out there having this conversation, scrap code is now infiltrating, and it's trying to attack all the recording devices and all the cameras and everything to erase any trace that your aircraft has of where it's been or what it's done.
Are they trying to come through the noosphere to me?
No, they're not. They are just doing it to your airplane
Okay.
right now. For now.
I am going to keep a close eye on if they touch the noosphere,
Right.
I'm going to cut the connection.
Okay.
If they don't, I'm going to try to examine their code and figure out where they're coming from and learn what I can learn about.
Okay. Their code is very similar to Imperial code. We're not saying it's Mars standard, but it's very similar, so that's why it patches well into your system. It's kind of surprising it didn't automatically take it over and just purge your aircraft's memory banks. But apparently the Majos that is doing this is trying to be discreet about it and trying to either leave no footprints or not just blatantly wipe your airplane so it can't take off. Because they probably want you out of here at some point.
Did he leave the door open when he let his code in?
No.
Okay, it was worth a shot.
However, like I said, you are still connected to their system. You could attempt to, through your connection, brute force attack.
Well, I'm not going to do a brute force attack.
Okay.
They're friendlies.
That's 45 seconds. Would you relax? You're in surgery. You're in surgery.
He is
get
not
bonuses now.
going to prevent them from doing whatever they want
You
to the
get better
plane.
than a field chirurgeon's role.
Do I get a Mechanicum stomach now?
No.
Oh, I'll work on it. He's going to let them do what they have your way with the plane. It's not even his plane. He doesn't care.
Right. Exactly. I was hoping you'd remember that at some point. It's not my plane. You just fly it out of here, I think.
Yeah, but it's got
Speaking of-
sticks. I know how to
speaking
fly
of,
with a handle.
So here's the thing that we've forgotten. Where's Marty going?
I have no idea. That's going to be his problem.
So
I mean, I know where
your
Marty's going.
servitors, you don't speak servitor very well, nor do they speak Gothic very well. So please roll a talent check.
Oh no. Oh no.
We'll come back to you, young lady.
No.
Okay.
Pass.
Oh, a 0.
No. Okay.
Zero's
So
a 10.
Marty
Oh,
is
that's a
now
10.
flying in circles out there in his Archaeoptopter, wondering why he can't raise his buddy on
I
radio or newspheric
The
link.
tower coming.
The Vox and newspheric link isn't working.
I do that thing that all good air traffic control does, and I just provide them a course and a landing site back at base.
Sending him back. He's a servitor, so he automatically complies. All right, good. He
I need
does,
to
so
work
Marty
on
turns
that.
around. Marty turns around. However, for Marty, please roll a talent check on your skill.
Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't run out of gas. Good. He didn't drive in circles that long. Okay, as she's going through surgery,
I don't care about this plane. I care about that
Roll
plane.
your 10th check, but this is going to be a Fury check, not a Faith check.
That was nigh unreplaceable.
This is Fury.
This is Fury. What's your Fury?
Although I did
My
replace
Fury, I think.
But that's
was-
my plane.
it. That one's
My-
not yours.
my
That
Fury
one's our
is 6.
boss's.
Okay. Don't fail.
They don't.
5.
You're good.
Okay. So partway through the surgery,
I don't like your notebook.
you shouldn't like that notebook. It's full of a lot of bad things. Partway through the surgery, you're obviously hallucinating, dreaming, sedated, all those things. And you see yourself laying on the table. You can see all the chirurgeons working on you. And then there's giant, big, red maelstrom above you with teeth and very chaos-ish.
And one little
hiss.
green guy.
Yeah, there's no green guy in it.
What the Perturabo is going on?
Exactly. And then you pass out again. So, now, please roll a faith check to not be,
Insane.
not necessarily insane, but
Y'all can give me the
Inhabited.
injection.
We might have to trade characters.
6. Woo!
you just passed your
crazy.
faith check. Because your faith's also 6?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Woo. You do not get possessed
Yeah, she rolled
in your,
5, 5,
in your
7.
transitory moment of nearly dying.
Wait, could it have been a Slaneshi spirit?
You don't
It
want
was
that
red,
either.
so
Okay.
it was red,
It's
so I don't
corny.
think you were going to
It was
get
corny.
The guy that was asking me about
Yes.
what to do with Kasrkin.
Yes.
I'm going to ask him, so what
Yeah, seriously,
story
he's, like, doing
is
the
Gyro
most.
going to give our boss?
The chat said quit torturing me.
Well, I need to know so that I can verify it.
He goes, who's Gyro?
Right. Just tell me what I need to tell them when we get home, please.
I have no idea.
Y'all went on
sir.
a picnic.
Exactly, we went to a picnic. All right. So the Kasrkin lieutenant now comes over to you and goes, "What are we doing? Are we going to stay here? She's offloaded. Can we go now? Can you fly us back?"
They got to fix the plane. Just bunk up, and we'll get back to you.
When are we going to leave?
I'll let you know when I know.
We need to get back now.
What did they bring with them out of the?
Well, their personal weapons. So
No, no. But did they actually find anything in the bunker?
Oh, are
that
you
was-
gonna start that discussion with him?
Well, I'm going to ask him where did you? Well, first question is what did I see them? Were they carrying
No,
anything
they
when
were
they came
not.
back?
No. And he's pretty frustrated. So you think they didn't find anything or get anything that they were looking for?
So I will
in that
ask him. So
facility?
what did you find in the bunker? By
Nothing.
The
It was a dry hole. Absolute dry hole. I mean, thanks for blowing the door open. But,
You're welcome.
But it was an absolute dry hole. There was nothing in there. So
All right. Well, post up with your boys, and I'll let you know when we know anything.
we need to leave. We need to go.
The plane's broken.
All right. So, what are you going
What
to
is
tell the
his
mechanic?
what is his rank relative to mine?
Same issues, basically.
And where are we right now?
I'm standing next to the airplane.
Oh, okay. I thought I had followed her to
No.
surgery.
Oh, no. They were not allowing you to go back there.
He'll turn to the rebel guy and say, "Can we talk in private, please?"
You're flying home. You don't get to make these suggestions.
Help me.
Unless you want to call somebody at base and tell them where this thing went.
He's gonna turn to the rebel guy, excuse me, the Taxila guy, and say, "Can we talk somewhere in private?"
Oh, the Mechanicum.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Taxila mechanic.
Yes, absolutely. Taxila mechanic. Absolutely, my friend. He walks you over to.
I didn't realize we were standing right next to the Kasrkins.
Yes.
Would not have been that free with some of those statements had we been next to the Kasrkin.
All right. Yes. What can I do for you?
Well, first you can help me figure out how to get those Kasrkins to calm down because they want to go home right now, and I'm guessing they can't.
Well, you all can leave. You can leave anytime you want. I mean, there's no point in staying here. You probably shouldn't stay here. You might see things you shouldn't see.
I need to wait for Pinka.
That's probably not going to happen. She is going to be in surgery for quite a while and could be recuperating here. We're not moving her.
Do
as
y'all
soon as
have
she
a
gets
spare
out.
pilot that can take my Kasrkins home?
He looks in his robe. No, strangely, I don't have a spare pilot.
How about a servitor? I know you've got a spare servitor.
We don't allow our servitors to fly our airplanes. That's specifically a Mars mechanic.
Where are you? Come help me.
Do you tell anyone anything when you get home? Hey, you guys, we're coming into land. We come down and start.
Yeah, so
It's like, hey, where is everybody?
So in direction, when I, it's one of those moments like as I get back into like field comm
Regular,
range
yeah.
and I reroute Marty.
Marty, don't crash it, dumbass.
Yeah, I mean like call to base. Aircraft in Special Forces flight had to divert for immediate medical attention. And nearest base, like
What? There's no other bases up there. We sent the other flight of Thunderbolts to the closest base.
local militia provided them a heading.
Okay, whatever. There's nothing out there. We need to launch search and rescue.
Did you just blab? He just blabbed.
I was never told not to.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't part of that.
He
It's
was
a
never
secret.
told not to, exactly.
He wasn't
Yeah.
told it was a secret.
All right, we'll talk about this when you get ready to debrief.
Blab.
Figure this out. All right, so long story short, he says you probably need to launch out and just get out of the crater now.
I can do that, but if you want this place to stay a secret, you need to tell me what the story is.
The story is nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Where do I tell them Pinka is?
Make something up. A megafauna ate her.
The Kasrkins saw that they did. I cannot
Then you
control what
should-
the
then
Kasrkins
you
say.
probably should get your story straight between you and the Kasrkins.
Well, then he needs to leave with a living Pinka.
I
That's
hate
the
the
solution.
Kasrkins.
That's the solution. All right.
I'm still connected to the noosphere to my
Yep,
plane.
yep, to your
The plane's still connected to there.
Yes.
What's the status of their attack code?
Says their attack code, meaning
The stuff that they sent in to try to clear out my plane.
it's still trying to work on your airplane. It's still chewing on your airplane. It failed again.
Would you like me to just wipe the plane for you?
That would be helpful.
He says that out loud to the
Yes,
guy.
That would be helpful, yes.
He does so.
Okay.
So now can you
Now,
chill out?
please get
and
your
let me
code out of
live?
my plane so I can leave.
You can leave any time.
But I don't want to take your code away.
All right. So you can basically, from monitoring your systems, you can see all the scrap code. Everything starts to be filtered
I'm going to
back
drop a
out.
little something to go with it that just
Roll a-
watches.
roll a talent
Doesn't do
check.
anything but watch.
Roll a talent check.
Oh no!
They're gonna let me die.
That's kind of like failing your stealth check in D&D.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back to that one.
It's the pickpocket.
Yeah, exactly. He went over to the big clunky paladin and tried to steal something out of the paladin's pocket. Okay,
There are chaos demons after me and everything else.
exactly. All right, so are you going to pack up the Kasrkins?
I'm going to pack these
Okay,
back.
they're like,
into
let's
the
get the
plane.
heck out of this place, man. I don't like these weirdos in Taxila. I mean, look at that Mechanicum. She's like got armor over her chest and legs that go all the way up. Ooh, that's weird. So, yeah, they are creeped out by hanging out with this many Mechanicum around.
They are odd. They are odd.
So in the few times that you wake up and it is comforting that the Mechanicum and the Chirurgeon that are working with you, the Mechanicum look far more human than what you're used to from Imperial Mechanicum. Because you actually now see some of them with their helmets off.
Yeah, they're full Mars.
They do have augmentations, but they still look humanoid. They don't
Where?
look like a spider person.
Are there windows in the back of this
That's
thing?
somewhat
In the back of
scarier.
what?
My
little
Valkyrie,
bit.
my Vendetta.
Like,
Sort of
is
not
it a meat
really.
mask?
There's door
So the
gunner.
Kasrkins came out after the door
Are
was
they
shut.
Buffalo Billing?
Yes.
The Kasrkins don't know anything about the canyon approach.
They didn't really see anything about the canyon approach.
Perfect.
What are you thinking? Could the Kasrkins ever find their way back here?
No, I'm thinking, can I tell the story that we just landed somewhere where the Taxila Mechanica were hanging out and they helped us and we left and not tell them anything about the canyon?
Yes. Yes, you probably could do that.
And the secret
Kasrkins
base.
would be like, wow, we flew around in circles and then we landed. Like any grunt that's stuck in the back of a helicopter or... Oh, do you want to do your check with the last 18 seconds? Which it doesn't matter, same skill. So let's make it a faith check this time.
I mean, thankfully you don't have to roll talent checks. That's my
4!
Yay! That was just for spite. You actually are good. You don't have to
Wait,
keep
what?
going. Now she's going to stab me with a die.
I can kick you from here. I knew I should have brought my dingy die.
All right, so you pack up the Kasrkins, launch back out of there.
Well, before
Oh,
I
sorry,
launch,
go ahead.
I want to ask them, how will I know when Pinka's recovered? And how do I get her back?
We will bring her back. We will get a message to you. Realize that our forces that led you here know how to contact us.
Okay, so go to
So
Gyro.
we will update them, and they will.
I
They
lived.
will tell you.
That's
Yes,
what matters.
That's what
I
matters.
lived.
We didn't kill Pinka. All
Good
right.
enough.
So you're going to launch out.
There's still more planes over there that
Okay.
have done nothing.
You're right.
Do I realize that my code was a failure and they probably know it's there?
You're ready to take off, right?
No, it seems like
They're feeding me chintzy information?
it seems like it's gathering some info.
Okay.
And so you don't
Then I'm
know,
gonna
are
leave.
they leading you along? Are they
If I don't know, or if I don't suspect that my code is failing, then I'm just going to leave.
Okay. You are pretty sure it's kind of like after you hit send, you're like, oh man, on line 27 I should have put an if, but I put an or. So you're pretty sure it's not doing anything good. But
Okay.
they didn't like shut you out as soon as you injected the code. So you don't know if it's a soft failure or a hard failure. If it's a hard failure, they're just letting go, or was it just a soft failure?
We're just going to let it be.
Yeah. I think either way, you're just going to launch at that point and go, you know what? I'm just going to let that fire burn behind me. That's a bridge I don't want to cross.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. No,
Okay.
maybe we won't talk about
Maybe we won't talk
We
about that
don't
later.
talk about Bruno.
Exactly. All right,
No,
pick up your-
no.
Pick up your aircraft real quick.
All right.
Okay, so you blast out, climb up to altitude 3, and get out of there.
But-
conveniently, about the time you
And
blast
now
out,
I'm not overweight.
right. It's also amazingly
Perfect.
not hard to fly up to altitude 3. Not Gyro and her wingman, but as soon as you fly up,
There's a pair of
there's a pair of
pterodons.
fighters just waiting for you to fly out of there.
Uh-huh.
Kind of reinforcing we'll call our people, they'll call your people, and everything will be okay. Just keep your freaking mouth shut. So, all right. So they don't even talk to you. They kind of, one flies up next to you, one flies behind you, and they're just following you wherever you're going. Where are you going, by the way?
Away.
Going home?
Yeah.
Okay. Make one quick talent
Although actually,
check.
where's what's his face, Joustin?
He had diverted. The last you heard the conversation, he's landed, so you have no idea.
Okay,
But last you heard, he had diverted.
did I
to
know where
base.
he diverted?
You didn't know that base existed until they started the conversation, and you're like, "Oh, there's."
Do
a
I have the
expeditionary
coordinates
field.
now?
Yes.
Is that closer than home base?
It's about the same. It would be less useful to go there because the Kasrkin would still be angry with you because
Yeah,
they
okay.
would be like, "We're
Go
still
home.
not."
I'll take the
back
Kasrkins
there."
back to wherever the Kasrkins are trying to go.
Back to y'all's home base.
Then that's where I'll head.
Okay.
Go home.
So you proceed back. When you get within about 50 miles or so of base, the two aircraft, they all peel off and go off somewhere way off your sensor readings in your limited little Vendetta.
Here they come.
And you guys come in. Everyone is acting like it's normal. That, okay, the Vendetta's back. All right, you're cleared to land, spot 5. You guys come in, roll in, land.
Uh-huh.
And fitters come up. They start plugging you into ground power and everything, asking for thumbs up and all that stuff, and telling you to shut down.
All right, he
And
shuts
all of a
down,
sudden-
Shut
and then
down.
he goes and finds Marty.
Well, so all the Kasrkin offload without even talking to you. As soon as you open the ramp, they just get out. And they
I don't
just-
wanna talk
they
to
just
them
walk
anyways.
away. They're,
Who wants to
they're-
talk to the Kasrkins?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure their lieutenant makes some grumpy remarks about you later.
He silently flips them off. After
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Flips them off in binaric. Wait, no.
Once they can no longer see him
Yes,
or hear him.
Or hear him. Okay, so you find Marty, and Marty kind of staggers over to you, as frustrated as a servitor could be. But Marty brought the aircraft back and landed it safely, and so your
He can-
Archaeothopter is
Congratulates Marty on bringing it home safe and thanks him.
okay. Excellent.
And does whatever
And
one
now?
does to make a servitor happy. Is it like a dog, pet?
Exactly. I don't know. Do you feed them a treat?
You know.
Do you have churros that you hand them? I don't know. How does this work?
Churros.
Are they like cats?
Marty likes churros.
Marty
No,
likes
wait, was it
churros.
what was it that Marty was eating? I'll find out.
I have
But
to figure that out. Okay.
he was eating something in one of the
There are
movies.
still 3 planes over there that have done nothing.
Yes, there are 3 planes that have done nothing over there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when you finally talk to Marty and all that, you notice making a beeline for you is Lieutenant Colonel Pallas.
He's like the
squadron
chief honcho here, right?
Yeah, he's like the important. He's like your commanding officer, basically.
Is there anywhere I can go like discreetly and not look like I'm avoiding him?
You can try. You can absolutely try to make a beeline for like that hangar over there where there's a mechanicum doing something if you want to, and you'll have to roll a fury check.
I'm not good at fury. But I don't want to talk to Palace.
Good luck.
You're talking to him.
Oh, I'm
No,
not.
you're not. Cool. So you make a beeline for the other hangar as he's kind of stomping across the tarmac to come find you, and you head over there. You and Marty trying to hide out a little bit, and you hear a familiar voice and somewhat binary going, "Oh, hey, how you doing? It's good to see you again.
Is this my buddy?
This is your Taxila Mechanicum."
Oh yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're back now. Oh, good. How was the mission? Was it a good mission? Everything go great?
It was an interesting mission. I don't think the Kasrkins found what they were looking for, but everybody survived.
Oh, good. Yeah. We got a whole new box of cogitators. You want to help me install?
Oh
some?
yeah. Yeah. Love me a cogitator.
I love fresh cogitators in a box. All right, so you all go do whatever Mechanicum do in their free time, I guess. I'm not even going to ask.
We cogitate.
You cogitate a lot.
We
All right.
cogitate together.
So about an hour into you and your new Taxila Mechanicum buddy working on stuff, one of your other Mechanicum rolls over there, a tech adept Solon, who is a very young.
Have I met
very
Solon
meek-
yet?
He's very meek, and tech adept Solon says, "Sir, the colonel would like to see you, sir."
Oh, did he say when?
About an hour ago, sir.
Oh.
Oh, goes, ooh, are those new cogitators?
Well, yes.
Ooh.
He steps out and swaps faces.
So Tech Adept Solon gets suckered into cogitator swapping with the Taxila Mechanicum there and doing whatever Mechanicum do when they're repairing things. And now you and Marty can either make a beeline for the O Club to start drinking or to go find the boss.
Where do we think that Stormy might be?
Well, since at least an hour after landing, he's probably already in the club.
He's going to go see the boss via the O Club in case the boss is already at the O Club.
Ah, okay. Well, you do roll into the boss's office, and everyone's favorite lieutenant is in there.
Well, no. He's going to the O Club first.
Oh, we're in the O Club scene.
In case the boss is at the O Club.
Well, so, remember, O Club, it's all kind of dark and sealed in there. You can't, peer in the window. You're going to have to stick your head in.
He's actually looking for Stormy.
Okay, well.
Boss being at the O Club is just the excuse.
And guess who's at the O Club? So yes. So, in fact, both Lieutenant Colonel Pallas and Colonel Subtlezor, the regimental commander, are both there in the O Club.
Have they seen me yet?
Yeah, because you kind of stick out.
Yeah, okay.
You're a tech adept.
You're a tech adept. So like the music on the jukebox stops, whatever Imperial hymn it's playing as you walk in. So
Is Gyro here?
yes, Gyro is also there at the bar.
Okay.
Gyro and Saw and a bunch of them are all together. It seems a fairly somber setting there. No one's really drinking and having a great time. But your AWACS buddies over there drinking whatever AWACS people drink.
He's going to get his attention. And then where are Gyro relative to Colonel Pallas?
So as you're standing looking at the bar, let's say to your left is the easiest way to describe it, is where Stormy is sitting with his AWACS crew drinking their drinks. Directly ahead at the bar, staring at the door, are the Colonel, the Lieutenant Colonel, Lieutenant Colonel Saw, the militia guy, and Gyro.
Okay, so they're together.
Oh, they're all four standing there. And about the time that Gyro looks over, sees the three bosses, sees you, she goes, and makes a beeline for the opposite side of the bar.
I'm leaned back on my post on the bar, like I have a cigar in my mouth.
Yeah,
that
pretty
I'm
much.
just passing back and forth between me and the Kriegsman.
Make an opposed faith check.
What am I trying to do?
Not get cornered.
I made it.
What was your...
I made it by 2. No, I made it exactly.
What is your
My faith- no, my
To-
faith
what's-
is
what's the
5.
total? So 9 is the total.
Oh, you add it?
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
I thought you were trying... Oh, so
No.
this is a roll high moment.
This is a roll high moment, yes.
Oh, 9.
Okay. All right. So as you see Gyro ditches out... Sorry, what are you doing?
He's smoking his stogie.
Okay, good. So he's not helping you either.
He's stogie.
okay.
Look, I have a moment where I see you come in. You do a look left, look right. I pass the cigar to the Kriegsman pilot, and he just smokes it through
Smokes
his
it through
gas mask. and then
Then you're just going to watch the fireworks,
There-
pretty much, right?
There's that. I mean, do I know that the boss is looking for him?
I think it's pretty obvious that everybody else is kind of having beers, and the tech adept's not back, and everyone's staring at the door.
Because
Because, the bosses they're, like, talking like this.
Because
How you doing? You know?
because my tech adept in my plane is at the bar with me.
Yeah,
so they're
exactly.
not looking for them.
No, they're not looking for them. They're not looking to ask you any questions. All right.
So it's just one of those like.
So, good luck. We're all counting on you. So as you make your not very secretive entrance and walk into the bar, the two Lieutenant Colonel. I'm laughing too hard. I can't even say it. So Colonel Salazar and Lieutenant Colonel Pallas are both talking, and
Oh, wait,
Pallas
so
goes,
Salazar is Pallas's boss?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so Pallas looks like he's going to come talk to you. Salazar grabs his arm, yanks him back. He says, "We'll talk about that in a minute."
Where did Gyro go? Is Gyro gone?
Oh, Gyro is like over talking to her buddies, 4 tables over.
He's going to
hiding
glare
back.
daggers at Gyro's back and walk towards
like-
Pallas.
Gives you
And he's going to
thumbs
head
up.
because he's been told to go see Pallas,
All
so
right.
he's going to go see Pallas.
So before you can get to Pallas, the Colonel turns to you, says, "Do you need a drink? You might
Yes.
want something stiff."
Yes,
Several
I do.
drinks.
So he turns around and says, "Whatever my tech adept friend needs," to the bartender, and orders you a drink on his tab. As you get your drink and are feeling fairly uncomfortable because Pallas is now standing
I'm
there.
not actually drinking my drink, I'm just
That's
holding
fine.
it.
Pallas is waiting for you to get your drink, first of all, and just kind of staring at you. Not saying anything, because the Colonel told him not to, but he's just kind of staring at you. Very uncomfortably.
He will stare back, but he'll flip his little,
Flip his
his little
eye.
eye thing down
Yeah,
so that he can stare back better.
Exactly. All right, so you get your drink.
I'm getting a retinal scan.
Your retinal scan you while you're standing there. All right, so as soon as you get your drink, Colonel Salazar says, "All right, everybody, I know I've called all of you here. Some of you are a little bit later than others.
I came as soon as I was alerted, sir.
I understand. Some of you are other places." He goes, "First, we have to raise a toast to our comrade Pinka.
Yes, we do.
She's fighting for her life right now."
Drink to Pinka.
Exactly. And
Drink that to Pinka.
To Pinka.
Pinka.
All right. He goes, "But the sad part is, I also have to declare the rest of our fleet gone. Imperial code says that if they've been lost in the warp for a month, they're declared lost. I realize there were a lot of your compatriots on those ships, and a lot of our fellow aviators were on those ships. But as of today, we've declared that fleet lost to the warp. To our comrades."
To our comrades.
All right. So then he says, "With that, I'm going to leave you all to it, but realize the Tau have landed in force. What you all missed was that we scrambled 4 different echelons of fighters up there to fight the Tau. Only 3 of them came back. So we have lost more flights today. However, we will prevail. We need everybody to go back to your quarters after you're done here in the next couple hours. Be ready for immediate missions in the morning. Because we have a plan. We're going to reposition our forces far to the north, and we're going to need everybody who's going to be able to move material, troops, and firepower north to take on the Tau.
Praise
Have
the
a good
side.
evening." Yeah, exactly. So, with that, he walks out, leaving you to Lieutenant Colonel Pallas, who now does not have a colonel breathing down his neck. Who looks at you,
Yes, sir. You called, sir.
looks over at you and your crew,
Look, mofo.
Oh,
motions you over.
All right. We have that moment where the Kriegsman. You watch that cigar,
Get burned down a lot.
and then he just an entire piece of ash, and then we all walk over.
All right.
Oh, the whole crew. Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
That's what
All
they
right.
want.
So Pallas looks at all of you and goes, "I'm smart enough to not ask questions. This is not my first Grox rodeo. I know what these kind of things are. Thank you for wherever the hell you went, taking Pinka there. Thank you for the coordination you did. If any of you say a word of any of it to any of the other crew on this base, I will shoot you before the commissar gets to you."
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
That's the right answer, my tech
Commissars are
adept
kind
friend.
of evil. They're the
Here's
worst.
the deal. We need to keep good relations with the Taxila. I know they're different than us. I know the Bactrian Confederation does things differently, and the militia here in Scythiana do things differently. We're in a war with the Tau. We cannot afford to have interhuman fighting going on. So, whatever you saw, whatever you did,
Well,
wherever
virus
it
bomb
was,
fix that.
let's not talk about it.
We flew a sortie. We came home, sir.
Exactly, that's the right answer. And hopefully, Pinka will be returned to us
So we
soon.
don't drop
in
virus
good-
bombs anymore.
I did melt a barn door behind which there was nothing.
We'll talk about that mission later.
right.
So he looks at you and says, "So the Cadian, not the Cadians, the Kasrkins said they recovered nothing."
That's what they told me, sir.
Liar, liar,
Interesting.
pants
I didn't see
ablaze.
them carry anything. That's actually what they did tell me.
That's not. He looks at you and goes,
No,
"That's-
them, not you.
because that's not what they told the colonel."
They
What
lie.
did they tell the colonel,
They
sir?
lie, they fry.
I don't know. I wasn't in that meeting, but it certainly wasn't nothing. Said, I have to figure this out.
They were in an awful hurry to get home for someone who found nothing.
He said they weren't carrying anything.
They were not carrying anything.
Liars,
Interesting.
liars.
All right, we'll figure that out later. It's not the focus is the Tau.
I don't like them anyways.
We need to be concerned about being ready to sortie in the morning.
Maybe we can
is-
take them to fight the Tau, sir.
We sort of will. You are going to get sent further north to help set up the expeditionary base. Your wingman, because you are now still in surgery or in recovery, back somewhere at a base that doesn't exist, will be flying escort for him. And
I'm a good shot,
We'll give
too.
you a second Vulture just to make you happy when that happens.
Apologies, sir. We had technical difficulties and the memories of my plane were wiped.
What memories?
Exactly.
Exactly. There were no memories.
I see we've all agreed. And you will, of course, be coordinating the battle.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Of course, sir.
And that's where we're going to leave it until next time.
Uh-oh. He's cutting us short, y'all. Did you hear that?
I am.
He's cutting us short.
I am.
Well, do you want him to make you make some more rolls?
No.
That
Pinka
last
lived.
gratuitous roll was worth it.
Okay,
I
so
was-
what would
I was-
happen if Pinka had died?
So okay, let's talk about the mechanics real quick. Hold on, let me transition.
Oh, you're going to let us behind the...
How much is behind the
Sorry.
curtain?
What's going behind the curtain?
So here, and I'll tell you this even now because we can do the roll now. So for the one and only wound you took, roll a d6. Actually, make it a d3. So just roll it and obviously have it. Yeah.
2.
Well,
Okay,
that's a
you
one.
lose that many
One.
faith.
On a D3,
Yeah, so,
that's
yeah,
one.
so you lose
Okay.
one faith.
Right
So
now?
One, yep, one faith.
Wait, I didn't know that's what I was rolling for. Let me use a good die.
That is the best you can do, babe. Babe, that is the best
Okay.
you can do.
Yeah.
One faith.
You lose one faith.
I don't have a pen.
I have a pencil. How's that? You basically have a serious stomach wound, and it takes you out of action for an indeterminate amount of time. We'll talk about how long that is next time. But next time you will not be flying Pinka. You will be flying 2 generic Vultures,
Generic.
since you're out of action for a little bit of time. So the mechanics. Here's what was going to happen. So every time you went through a series of failures, basically I had 3 backstops. The first one was her own. Actually, 3 backstops, 1 initial roll. Her faith. The chirurgeon's talent roll, your talent
good
roll,
case.
and then she had a fury roll.
I don't
Had
need
she
to buy
failed
another
that, I would
case.
have rolled another wound on the table. So it would have racked up other things, like her leg would have been disabled. So she would have slowly degraded in capability. She was probably never going to die. She was going to rack up more wounds that were going to make her...
That's okay. I can fix you. I can
Yeah,
make you
so-
better, stronger.
I was going to be more like you.
I have the technology.
Have you, in case you haven't read, let me tell you the
I
terrible
was
things
going
that could have
bionic
happened.
woman.
Well, you could have. You could have lost a leg.
Uh-huh.
That would be minus 1d3 fury.
I just lost my stomach.
You could have lost an arm, which would have been 1d3 fury.
That makes
You got an argument.
MSEC really less enjoyable.
Exactly. A chest wound, you would have lost faith on that one as well. A head wound, these are the bad ones, minus 1d3 talent.
Holy cow.
Loss of hand or fingers, minus 1d3 talent. So, anyway, those were the things that could have happened to
Well,
you.
you really don't like
Fortunately,
Pinka.
No, I liked Pinka. That's why I gave you so many backstops. So the only thing that happened was you took the extra wound of the stomach wound, because otherwise you would have just been unconscious like your...
Just
like
give
your
me
grandma.
my taste for MSEC. That's all I ask.
Exactly.
Oh, you can taste it. It just won't get you drunk anymore.
All right.
After I get done installing your
So
robo stomach.
that was the mechanic that we had behind the scenes on that. Obviously, talk about the trench. I had built that last week, and then you were out, so we rolled it to this week. And yes, I had figured out well beforehand where I needed to slow to speed to, because there was no way high speed. There's one point that if you hit it exactly right, you can get around a corner with a 6, but then you're facing the wrong way and you're going to bounce off the wall the next turn.
What I heard was
carried
it
as
is
much speed
popping
as I could,
off
as long
next
as I
week.
could.
Yes. Well, so I added the initiative piece of it to make it so it wasn't just a tail chase. Because when I played
Imperial
through it
fist
with
mug?
the tail chase, it was way too easy.
What dice
So
are
I
in
needed to
here?
have the initiative where you could accidentally get out ahead and things like that could happen. So
Get out of my freaking way, Gyro.
Exactly.
So what you're saying is next week it is on and or popping.
absolutely. And if everybody else will check in for next week, we'll play again next
Awesome.
Monday if everyone's
So,
going to be available.
Just a query: are they sending him in his Thopter, or are they making him take?
Oh
him
no,
on
it'll be your thought
Okay,
because
excellent.
you're going to go as a Mechanicum support for setting up the base and everything
Excellent.
else. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for listening, and I'll quickly wave everybody. Oh wait, now we got to go to the other side. Waving for Rick. All right, thanks everybody. We will see you
Pinka
next
didn't
week.
die. That's all that matters. You wouldn't.